Welcome on YouTube, it's your boy Brunelleschi back with another video. Now today, you don't know, we're going to be reacting to some Italy videos. So we got Geography Now, Italy. Now I've reacted to Geography Now, Georgia, I think. Was it Geography Now, Georgia? I think so. I reacted to a bunch of Georgian videos, but I'm not sure if it was that specifically Geography Now, Georgia, but whatever. So we're going to react to Geography Now, Italy. You don't know, I've been following up with Napoli season this season. And for everybody who's not a Napoli fan, I know y'all are crying right now. I would be too. But you don't know, we're gonna check out Italy on a whole, man. Italy. I don't know why I pronounced it like that just now. What? I'm gonna smack my Jamaican mouth, but but you don't know, we're gonna watch it, man. If it's the first time seeing my face, you know what to do. Subscribe down below. Road to 10,000 subscribers, man. Let's go on the reaction.
Well, I'm personally excited because today we cover the country where 1/4 of my heritage comes from, Italia. There is no such thing as a single type of Italian. People from Sicilia would almost need a translator to understand people in Venice.
Wait, that's how you say Sicily? I always say Sicily. Is Sicily? Oh my god. Let me know in the comment section. Did he pronounce it right or am I tripping? I always say Sicily.
Excited because today we cover the country where 1/4 of my heritage comes from, Italia. There is no such thing as a single type of Italian. People from Sicilia would almost...
Sicily. Don't tell me I've been pronouncing it wrong all my life, bro. I always say Sicily. I'm stupid if that's how you pronounce it.
Need a translator to...
I guess it's right because the C is pronounced like ch. You don't know, but let's see.
Understand people in Veneto, Napoli.
Like Benucci, you know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely didn't realize that. But it has to, isn't Benucci like 2C or is it 1C? I don't know. Let me know.
It looks incredibly different from Milano.
Yep.
And people from South Tyrol are like, warum sind wir hier? But for what it's worth, Italy
I had
has
teammates
definitely made its
from
mark.
Napoli,
And today
though.
we jump in. Va bene? Cominciamo.
Va bene, cominciano.
It's time to learn geography now!
Hey everybody, I'm your host Barbs, derived from my last name Barbato, which translates to beard man. Serious.
No beard. Man has no beard. Barbato, and he has no beard.
Laugh all you want, but that just means I might be related to Scipio Africanus Barbatus, the guy who defeated Hannibal in, I think, the Second Punic War.
Check that out, my boy.
I got victory in my blood. Nah, I'm probably related to some ancient guy that sold barley or something. Barley that was eaten by Scipio Africanus Barbatus, who defeated Hannibal. So yes, I still got it. I basically defeated Hannibal. But where was Hannibal defeated? Let's find out in...
Geography Now.
In Italy, it's all about tutte le strade portano a Roma. First of all, Italy is that boot-shaped country kicking two deflated soccer balls located in Europe at the heart of the Mediterranean Sea, bordered by
football, my boy. Yo, I'm in my interview the other day with in the Box to Box podcast with Goals TV. So I did a podcast, right? A football podcast, soccer podcast, and it went on Instagram and it blew up. I think we had like 14 or 15k views on a little short bit of me talking about the World Cup final, right? Everybody in the comment section was saying, don't say soccer, say football, it's not soccer. That's why United States will never win a World Cup. And I said, yo, I'm not even American, I'm Jamaican. But we gotta say soccer because I'm on an American platform. You understand what I mean? But yo, people were crucifying me on Instagram, man. By the way, follow my Instagram if you have the chance.
France, Switzerland, Austria, and Slovenia in the north, and two microstates are completely engulfed within Italy: the Vatican City and San
I know about that. I know about that.
The easiest country to sneak.
I know my geography though, so.
A Japanese restaurant and a sports store next to the entrance with no guards. With two, this makes Italy the country with the most other countries enclaved inside of it. South Africa was so close with Swaziland, but then Mozambique had to exist. Oh, and there was that time Reggio tried to secede from Italy back in the 70s, which almost made it 3, but that's a whole other story. Just look at it. The country is divided into 20 regions with the capital Rome. 5 of the regions have special autonomous status: Sardinia, Sicily, Trentino Alto, or Sud.
But he said Sicily right now.
Tyrol.
Yo, this man is confusing me. He just said Sicily, bro.
Country is divided into 20 regions.
Like right here.
Capital
I know this is
5 of the
Sicily.
regions have special
I know my geography.
Status: Sardinia, Sicily,
See?
Trentino Alto,
He just said
or
Sicily.
Sud
What's
Tirol,
happening?
otherwise known as South Tyrol, Aosta Valley, and Friuli Venezia Giulia. The country's largest cities are, of course, the capital Rome, then Milano and Napoli, with the busiest airports being Rome, Leonardo da Vinci, Fiumicino, Milan, Malpensa, and Bergamo Caravaggio International Airport.
One thing why I'm so fascinated with Italy too, if y'all don't know, I do painting too. You can check that out. I'll probably do a video on that maybe sometime if y'all are interested. But I do art, so I'm into like Da Vinci's and them. I studied a lot of these type of artists and a lot of Italian art. But Football it is, bro. We knew about Italy from football. We all footballers, innit?
In addition to the two largest islands, Sicilia and Sardinia, the country owns over 350 islands off its coast.
What?
There's that land dispute
That's
with
a lot.
France over the summit of Mont Blanc, and a small little 2.5 kilometer long enclave in Switzerland called Campione d'Italia, which is kind of like a special spot exempt from the EU value-added tax zone, which makes sense because it has Italy's largest casino. Phew, Italy, you got some complication fanatics going on. The funny thing is, modern Italy once even tried to take a stab at colonialism in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, with areas stretching from the Balkans, Northern Africa, and the Horn of Africa, including a short kind of occupation of Ethiopia, but it didn't last that long because the Ethiopians fought back relentlessly, and to this day, it's back to the boot with 2 deflated soccer balls. Guys, I'll convert metric for you, but I call it soccer, okay? The Canadians, South Africans, Australians, Kiwis, Japanese, and parts of Ireland and the Philippines and Papua New Guinea all agree with me, okay?
Oh, my bad, bro. My bad. I was in Canada like 2 weeks ago, so I know Canadians call it soccer. I think I heard that New Zealand's call it soccer too. But I had no idea about Japan, Ivory Coast, right? And the other countries. Like Australia, New Zealand, the Philippines, and I did not know.
Not just Americans that call it soccer. Vuoi dire calcio? Okay, good luck with that. Now, this is the part where I typically go down the list of notable sites found in Italy. However, the problem is there are literally too many. I'm not even joking. Italy has more heritage sites.
Yo, I gotta go to Italy one day. I said in the future, right on my checklist, I have a bunch of countries to visit. Most of them Europe too. Well, not most of them Europe, but most of Europe is on my list, if you get what I'm trying to say. So I want to check out Italy so bad. I feel like I would like, I don't know, stay in Italy for a long time, man.
Than any other country in the world at over 50. We all know about the big guys, so I'm not going to mention most of them. Instead, through my extensive research, here are some obscure, lesser-known.
My art teacher been to Italy though.
Worthy of noting. The dining table of Villalante, the Bomarzo Horror Garden, Ai Piapi, a theme park made of rides that require your own kinetic energy to operate. The Acropolis of Banditaccia, La Scarzuola Monastery, the free wine fountain of Camino di San Tommaso. Let that just sink in. Free wine. The relics of Jesus' apostle St. Thomas.
Free wine. The relics of Jesus' apostle St. Thomas? Is this real? It's Easter right now, and you know, that's a big Christian holiday. Hold on. First of all, let's not get past this. Your own kinetic energy powers these rides. I have a lot of energy, so my ride would be going fast. But then listen.
The necropolis of Banditaccia, La Scarzuola Monastery, the free wine fountain of Camino di San...
I forgot about this too. Free wine. We get free wine?
Tommaso, let that just sink in. Free wine. The relics of Jesus'
This! I gotta go to Italy, fam.
Apostle St. Thomas, the geothermal waterfalls of Tuscany, the sunken city of Baia, the cliffside town of Sant'Agata de' Goti, the sulfuric fields of Pozzuoli, that fortress...
I forgot it snowed in Italy, bro. Some parts of Italy it snows, right? Because that looked like snow to me.
Built by that crazy guy, Urbania mummies, the Custino sword in the stone, the 9-layer maze of Villa Pisani, the road of 52 tunnels, the
that's crazy. That road is crazy.
pyramid zone of Castello, the Incantado heads carved by a crazy guy. There's a lot of monuments made by crazy people. And of course, way too many castles, fortresses, churches, monasteries, museums, and ancient sites to list, but you get the point. Now let's blast off like a volcano, which Italy has, into the next segment, shall we? Now, we all know that Italy is insanely beautiful in so many areas. Everybody wants to see it. I mean, even Mr. and Mrs. Information went there on their honeymoon. You're welcome.
Who's that?
First of all, Italy's beauty comes at a cost. The country lies just above the convergence of the Eurasian and African plates.
I learned about that in school. I know my geography.
On the Apennine or Apennine thrust fault line that smashes into Western Europe, and that's how the Alps were formed. Basically, the Alps make like a barrier in the north with the Apennine mountains running along the entire length of the country as like a scoopy spine until it technically ends in the island of Sicilia. Because Italy's mountains are volcanic fault
There we go again with the pronunciation.
Amazing natural
Which pronunciation is right? All right, hold on. Because this man is, I don't know. Hey Siri. Okay, here we go. What is the correct pronunciation of Sicily, Italy? Oh my, why they showing an ad, fam? How to pronounce Sicily. Why is it all YouTube videos? I don't want to go on YouTube. Okay, let's hear it. Yo, look, we got ads. Until it plays, I'ma just start the video. Until we get the video.
Like the Dolomiti rocks, the steep sides of Lake Garda, the largest lake in Italy, the Umbria valleys, the undulating hills.
Oh, by the way, I did a painting of Lake Como. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I can find it in the while the video is going on. But I did a painting of Lake Como. I told you I'm an artist. I'm gonna show y'all after this. But yeah.
Hills of Tuscany. This also means.
Okay, let's. This is how you pronounce it, right? Sicily.
Looking at how to pronounce the name of this island south of Italy. We'll be looking at how to say it in Italian too. Quite different. Stay tuned to learn more. Sicily. C-S-L-I. Yes, the middle
right?
sound is a schwa sound, so it's not Sicily generally in English, but rather Sicily. Stress on the first syllable. It's easy. Sicily. And now you know, like this video if you found it useful.
Sicily. Why do you say Sicily or whatever? I don't know. Man, you're confusing me.
That Italy is kind of split in half, east and west, with a major lush basin locked in the north that receives an abundance of fresh snow-capped water melt, creating rivers like the longest one, the Po River, located in the aptly named Po Valley. This valley extends about 650 kilometers, 400 miles, all the way from the French border to the Adriatic Sea, which ends at a little city you may have heard of called Venezia, or Venice. This also means that Italy is a volcanic country. To this day, there are about 30 volcanoes, 3 active ones, Etna, Stromboli, and the famous Vesuvius, making it the most densely populated and potentially deadly volcanic region in the
I'm not living here.
Yeah, I know I could die, but oh man, the pizza here is the pizza died.
Like this place looks. Oh my god, what's happening to me today? This place looks beautiful and everything, but I'm not living here. This looks too beautiful, right? And they say anywhere that's too beautiful, fam, run. This looks peaceful and calm, right? But this big ass, yo, they would let us not curse on YouTube. This crater right here, like this volcano, I don't trust it.
Making it the most densely populated and potentially deadly volcanic region in the world. It's like, yeah, I know I could die, but oh man, the pizza here is totally worth it. Speaking of which, about a quarter of the land is arable, allowing them to grow lots of food. I'm sure you are fully aware of the typical Italian dishes. However, each region kind of specializes in a certain...
By the way, I love Italian food. By the way, Italians and Jamaicans, I'm Jamaican, right? But Italians and Jamaicans make the best food in the world. I'm telling you right now, hands up. Wait, Italians, Jamaicans, and certain... Mexicans, I would say Mexican food, right? I was gonna make it broader and say Hispanic, but no, specifically Mexican, bro. Jamaicans, Mexicans, and Italians, they make good food, bro. Good food, man. It's like when I was living in Florida, bro. Oh my days, the Italian food in Florida, and I'm in New York. The Italian food in New York, man, it's whew.
Cuisine. In the north, you have foods like polenta, gnocchi, white truffles. Liguria has great pesto, and in South Tyrol, you have Germanic-inspired dishes like noodle dumplings and strudel. In the center, you have things like lasagna, boar, artichokes, lamb, steak, gelato, pasta, which comes in over 600 variations. Indisputably, the best wine is in Toscana.
By the way, Italy. Why do I keep saying that? Italy. Bear with me. Italy has a lot of influence on food if you think about it. Now that he's saying all this stuff, think, especially I'm living here in America right now, and everywhere in America, if you go into supermarkets, the fridge, at restaurants, there is something Italian on the menu. They might not say Italian food on the menu, but if you look on the menu and see like, oh, they got like Alfredo pasta or something, it's Italian, fam. Like most of the food is Italian, but you know, it's so wide, like it's so broad that people don't even call it Italian food anymore because it's like mixture of everything. But it's mainly Italian. Like most of Italian food is everywhere in America, bro. Like they have a huge influence on food, and we didn't notice.
The south is the pizza kingdom, and Napoli is like the cap.
Like pizza, come on, pizza's everywhere. Like there's so much Italian food that you eat Italian food without knowing you're eating Italian food, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Sardinia is known for those cool cheese fritter dumpling things. Italy enjoys a mild Mediterranean climate, only snowing in the north and high altitude areas.
Oh,
now,
that's where it
despite
snows.
Deforestation and pollution being an issue, and Venice flooding almost every year now, Italy is actually the most fauna biodiverse country in Europe, with over 57,000 species recorded. That's about a third of all European fauna. About 4,800 are endemic, like the Sardinian red deer, the Italian cave salamander, the Alpine marmot, Marsican brown bear, the crested porcupine, the national animal, the Italian wolf. Otherwise, as the 8th largest nominal GDP in the world and the 8th largest exporter, Italy's economy is heavily driven off of industry and production, specifically in luxury items. Major world
cars. I love Italian cars. I love me some Italian cars. I can't wait to, get at a higher stage in life where I can afford such luxury. I like my garage to have some bit of German cars, some bit of Italian cars. You know what I mean? You get me?
World-renowned companies like Fiat, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Maserati, Ducati.
Now, most people my age, they would go for the Lamborghini. but I'm a classy guy. I think I might go for the Ferrari. And I know you gotta be like, to get on the list of like, I don't know, it's like too prestige to get Ferrari even on the list of Ferrari people, bro. Like to go in it, can you just go in a dealership and buy a Ferrari if you have the money? I don't know, let me know.
Pirelli, Armani, and Versace, Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, and Prada are key players in keeping Italy afloat. In many ways, there's kind of like
everything in American culture and American black culture too, Italy's brought it to them. That's what I'm telling you. Italy has a big influence on the world, believe it or not. People might not think about it, but if you think about the luxury brands, your cars, your clothes, food, a lot of stuff, man, it's from Italy.
a sense of class that's almost expected with being Italian. No matter how intense things may get, you don't just waltz in here with your shoes unpolished. Which brings us to
demographics.
Now, being Italian, we've all heard the stereotypes. Loud, passionate, hand gesturing, bad driving, temperate, sensitive, clean freaks that never follow the rules. And as offensive as that may sound, it's kind of based off of truth. But with good reasoning. We'll explain in a bit. But first, Italy has about 61 million people in their country, and they are the third most populous country in the EU after the whole Brexit thing, and the sixth in all of Europe. Getting the exact ethnic makeup in Italy is a little difficult because Italy is a lot more diverse than you would think. About 92% of the country identifies as ethnically Italian, although keep in mind that's kind of a broad term considering how many different types and shades of Italian there are.
That's true.
But nonetheless, Italian. Whereas about 2% are Romanian, 1% North African, and the rest of the country is made up of a slew of global people groups, everything from Albanian, Eritrean, Chinese, and Ukrainians. They also use the Euro, the Type C plug outlet, and they drive on the right side of the road. Now, when it comes to Italy, it basically comes down to two things, north and south. Southerners like to jokingly call northerners polentoni, based off of the polenta that they eat, and likewise northerners like to call southerners terroni, which I actually don't even know where that's based off of. My research kind of ended there. If you know, type it in the comments. Basically, the north is like where all the financial districts and stereotypical uppity preppy people live, whereas the south is kind of like where the rustic tough people live. Plus, you know, the south is kind of like mafia territory. Oh, come on, everybody already knows it. You have the
I did not know that.
in Sicilia, Ndrangheta in Calabria, the
I did not know that.
in Campania, and the Sacra Corona Unita in Puglia. Don't worry though, if you visit as a tourist, you should be fine. It's not much of a big deal anymore. I mean, unless you start a mob war by yourself, nothing will pretty much happen. So, no starting mob wars, okay? Got it? Aww. There are so many different dialects and subgroups, like South Tyrol mostly speaks German, kind of. Aosta Valley speaks French, sort of. No, but seriously, the standard Italian language spoken and taught today is based off of the Florentine version of Tuscan Italian, which is kind of like an intermediate between the Gallo-Romance dialects of the north and the Italo-Dalmatian dialects of the south. This all happened because prior to Italian unification, the country was split between multiple kingdoms and states, each with their own semi-Latin based language, which made communication a little bit of a challenge. For example, in standard Italian, you might say di dove sei, but in Sicilian, di unisi, in standard, ciao, come stai.
I know most of the terms I know in Italian are art terms because I told you I studied like art, like I studied the history of art, so I studied Italian art. So I know like chiaroscuro, so that's like light and dark, black or white, like the intensity of the contrast. And like it's like, let's say you get a like him right now, we're looking at him, right? So chiaroscuro is like it's just like talking about the contrast between light and dark, if you get what I mean, or the sharpness. There's artists that do specific works playing with light and dark like that, like the sharp contrast between them. I know Arrivederci and a lot of different stuff, because my art teacher, I think she's Italian, but she wasn't born in Italy, but she's visited Italy a lot. She studied in Italy too, and she, after every class, we had to say Arrivederci. And I had Italian teammates too when I was in Florida playing. A lot of Italian teammates, my guys, man. They're from Napoli though.
Tutto bene? But in Venetian, come vale? Tut ben? In standard, forchetta. In Lombard, Peru? This is one of the reasons why Italians attribute the creation of the famous Italian hand gestures. People would travel barely 50 kilometers and find themselves in a hard to understand
famous Italian stereotype.
So essentially, they had to kind of get their point across fast. There's a saying that Italians have l'arte di arrangiarsi, or the art of arranging, which translates to something like the art of figuring it out on your own. When words fail, hands succeed. There's no specific code, but some generally accepted gestures include things like mi dispiace, sei pazzo, bere vino, bellissimo, delizioso, stai attento, ma cosa dici? Perfecto, and vai la corona. Speaking of societal background, we don't have enough time to explain the entire history of Italy, but in the quickest way I can put it, Etruscans, Romans, Christianity, ridiculous amount of separate kingdoms and feudal states, barbarian invasions, Byzantines, medieval kingdoms, Renaissance, Napoleonic invasions, Sardinia, Piedmont unifies Italy after 3 independence wars, or 4 depending on who you ask, mass emigration to other countries begins, World War I, fascism, World War II, resistance movement, after war, economic boom, 2008.
By the way, that's a lot. The only one that I know for a fact is Renaissance, because, you know, art. There's a lot of artworks that were produced, or famous artworks, I should say, that were produced during the Renaissance period.
Crisis, which brings us here today. Basically, the epicenter of ancient Rome was here, hence the capital being named Rome. Speaking of which, even though the Italian monarchy ended long ago, there are still
I am Jose Mourinho.
two descendants that still exist today, acting as heir apparents. The Catholic Church has played a major role in Italy even to this day. Almost every single town has at least one church. About 88% of the country identifies as Catholic, however, only a third say they are active practitioners on a weekly basis. And one of the reasons why Italy has made such a universal mark is partially because between the late 1800s and early 1900s, Italy experienced a mass emigration in which over the years, around 25 million left. This is considered the largest mass migration of contemporary times. Suddenly you have new communities of Italians all over the world in places like Brazil, Argentina, the US, UK, and France.
So I knew that a large portion of Argentinians are actually Italians. Like, I think Messi has Italian blood, if you get what I like. Most of Argentinians are Italians, if you think about it. That's just how the world works, though. Like, let me see what other country has like majority of different type of people. Like, most Jamaicans are either English, Nigerian, Ghanaian, and then we have a lot of Dutch mixed in with Jamaican. Like, people don't know that. That's why I'm mixed. I did a DNA thing, right? The ancestry thing, to find out like what countries my ancestors were from, like people, my bloodline. So I had like Nigerian, I had English, I had, what is it? East or West European? I think it's West European. So it was the region of France and the Netherlands, and what was in it? Germany or Italy was in it. Like me. I'm talking about my heritage. So I had Nigerian, English. Majority of my blood is Nigerian, they said. And then the next part is I had like 11% English in me, and I had maybe 12% Western European, right? That's what it is. Western European, I think. But yeah, like, it's crazy.
Oh wow, this video is running long, and I didn't even get to talk about the deadly Calcio Florentino Game of Florence, or
What?
the Santa Maria delle Grazie Snake Festival, Opera Pupi in Sicilia. So many cool things, but we gotta move on. Some notable people either from Italy or of Italian descent might include people like Cicero, Michelangelo,
Da Vinci. Yo. The I said, is it the Ninja Turtles? They have like Leonardo, Michelangelo. Who else do they have?
Leonardo da Vinci, Dante Alighieri, Niccolo Machiavelli, Donatello, Caravaggio.
I know that. I've seen some of the whose work have I seen?
Galileo,
Christopher Columbus. Get out of here. Get out of here. Christopher Columbus is Italian. Get out of here, bro. Where was I in history and geography class? Why do I think Christopher Columbus was Spanish? Am I tripping? Hold on. Because in Jamaica, right? Christopher Columbus came to Jamaica. But he came with the Spanish, fam. So what is happening right here? Hold on. Am I tripping, bro? Let me listen to what he's saying. This is epiphany. This is poof. What just happened to me just now? Christopher Columbus.
From Italy or of Italian descent might include people like Cicero, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Dante Alighieri, Niccolo Machiavelli, Donatello, Caravaggio, Galileo Galilei, Christopher Columbus, Amerigo Vespucci, Marco Polo, Niccolo Paganini.
Marco Polo was a person? Yo, I'm sorry. We played Marco Polo growing up as a kid. I did not know it was an actual person. Marco Polo, like we played that growing up. I didn't know it was an actual person.
Giuseppe Garibaldi, Luigi Pirandello, Federico Fellini, Luciano Pavarotti, Andrea Bocelli.
I know Andrea Bocelli. Conte Partido Irani de Magi. You know what you get the point. I know Andrea Bocelli. I knew Andrea Bocelli was a football, like he wanted to play football and stuff until he had his injury, you know, that led him to become blind. But he's a GOAT. Andrea Bocelli is the GOAT, man. Shout out to Andrea Bocelli.
Umberto Eco, Sofia Loren, Valentino Rossi, Roberto Baggio.
Everybody know Baggio because I'm a footballer, so I definitely know Baggio. Bellucci.
Monica Bellucci, Silvio Berlusconi, Enzo Ferrari,
Oh, I know Enzo Ferrari. Of course I know Enzo Ferrari. By the way, didn't Enzo Ferrari, or isn't it Enzo Ferrari like the one who started Ferrari? Man looks just like Always Mesut Ozil when he was younger.
Rossi, Roberto Baggio, Monica Bellucci, Silvio Berlusconi, Enzo Ferrari, Donatello Versace, Giorgio Armani. Mainstream American artists of Italian descent might include so many stars like Frank Sinatra,
Okay.
De Niro,
Okay.
Sylvester Stallone, Leonardo DiCaprio, Steve Buscemi, Quentin Tarantino, Ariana Grande, Lady.
Ariana Grande is Italian? What? Lady Gaga's? Maybe. Okay, we knew about all these people. Okay, fine. That's what I told you. I didn't even peep that. Italy's like history is all over the place, like everywhere in the world. Italy has a huge influence on the world, and I like that for them.
Gaga, even Nicolas Cage has some Italian in him.
I could see that.
Again, Italian people have such a strong and solid history and culture, but what does the rest of the world think of them? And what do they think about their neighbors? Well, that brings us to
Friend Zone.
2017.
Oh, we got an ad.
Studio One is the official.
Come on.
Here at Studio
Get off the
9.
screen, mate.
Every room for every.
Bye.
Italy is a really great guy once you get to know him, but that's just the thing. You gotta warm up to them, al dente style. First of all, France is like their best frenemy. They smile at each other, but secretly they're always trying to compete with who has the highest class and elegance. They also hate the fact that France has Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa.
Yeah, now that I think about that, why does France have the Mona Lisa over Italy?
Plus, with historical bumps like World War II, they still cooperate well today. Argentina is like their adoptive daughter that they sent to Spanish boarding school, but they still fiercely refuse to make friends with their neighbors. As mentioned in the Argentina video, the majority and largest demographic of people in Argentina have Italian heritage, and they love
What did I say? I told you I know my geography. I've told y'all, man.
doing business with Italy. Malta and San Marino are kind of seen as like their little sons that they love helping out, even though San Marino is like way
I know a few Jamaicans that played in Malta football.
than the modern unified state of Italy, but that's besides the point. They think it's cute how Malta speaks their own language that kind of incorporates Italian words, and San Marino is like their good luck charm, who more or less has always been peaceful and drama-free since the 4th century. Of course, the Vatican is like a unique player that they pay their respects to, but will not give the opportunity to raise another empire, and hence they keep them confined
Vatican
to the
City.
grounds. In terms of their best friends, though, literally every Italian I talked to has said the exact same two countries, Greece and Spain. As mentioned in the Greece episode, they live by the una faccia una razza rule, one face, one race. These three countries make the trinity of the Mediterranean. You know it's going to be a good time when you put a Spaniard and a Greek and Italian in the same room. Nothing can stop them. They own the seas, they trade, they share stories, they drink together, they marry the crap out of each other. In conclusion, for centuries, Italy has
Man said they married the crap out of each other.
been a beacon of art, literature, fashion, architecture, history, religion, cuisine, traditions, and landmarks to the rest of the world. And personally, I'm proud to be a part of it. But most importantly, I'm proud that my barley-selling bearded ancestors basically killed Hannibal and saved the universe. And I get to take like at least 40% of their credit. So basically, I saved the universe. Totally true, not made up, 100% fact. Stay tuned, the Ivory Coast is coming up next.
Okay. That's what's up, man. We got Italy. I know this is a long video. I talk a lot. My bad. But if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. Comment down below what videos I should react to next. I react to anything that my subscribers tell me to react to, you know, as long as it can go on YouTube. But now, I forgot. I'm going to show you my art. I did paint Lake Como when I was around like 16 years old. I told y'all that I do art, right? Yo, where's my mouse at? Let me know down below if this is good or not for y'all, man. Let me go in there. Okay, here we go. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay, y'all can see from here. Alright, so I painted this Lake Como. I don't know if y'all can see it properly. Hold on. Let it focus, right? Let it focus. There we go. So I did this. I painted Lake Como. Oh, damn. Okay. So I painted Lake Como. What do y'all think about it? I'm an artist, man. Yes, sir. This was me at like 16 years old. That's crazy. But nah, it's your boy Jamaican, man. Let me know if you enjoyed this video down below. You know what to do, man. Subscribe down below. There was 10,000 subscribers, and we out here. Peace.